This is Dr. David Schein, and welcome to Business Law 101.
Now, one of the things that I had the good opportunity, and I believe both of these gentlemen have passed away, Tom Donaldson and Tom Dunphy, but when I was pursuing my PhD, I was involved with advanced ethics study, and I actually had the opportunity to meet both of these gentlemen at that time. And they came forward with a concept called Integrated Social Contracts Theory, or ISCT. This is a more modern theory. The idea of integrated social contracts theory is that you're a member of the community and that you and the other members of the community are engaged in a exchange of contracts, so to speak, that you, Luke and Angelica, will treat other people that you deal with respect and ethical approach, because in turn, the social contract is they will do the same for you. So that's kind of the big picture of integrated social contract theory. And what they proposed to Donaldson and Dunphy is that there are certain norms within each society that are unique to that society. But then there are hyper norms that everybody around the world would follow. So an example might be, when I was visiting the Mara tribe in Kenya a couple of years ago, their tribes are polygamous. So you might say that while many cultures around the world have monogamy as part of their culture, that in the particular tribes in countries like Saudi Arabia, in tribal communities like the Mara, the Maasai live on the Mara, it's the name of the plains, is that polygamy is something that's unique to their culture. However, whether you believe in polygamy or not, the hyper norm is that killing your neighbors is not a good thing. Killing other people is not a good thing. So the idea is to develop this idea of how to create a system of ethics that is flexible, but still creates a community of interest around the world. So and as I indicated on the previous slide, so the first one is local transactions are covered by local norms, and there's all sorts of interesting examples about that. And in many communities, especially tribal communities, there are ways of resolving conflicts. And in fact, for the Native American tribes, they had very sophisticated systems for resolving disputes within the tribes. Much of that has been lost in our system of everybody rushes to court in modern America, but that's not necessarily how things were in the past in terms of how do you resolve conflicts and move people forward. And now this is something that some people may disagree with. So norms for larger communities should have preference over norms for smaller communities. Well, doesn't that sound a lot like utilitarianism? So the majority of people who have a particular viewpoint dominate over some minority viewpoints that may not feel the same way. So this is a really kind of an interesting approach that they've suggested here. So just want you to be aware that there are some different approaches to how to look at ethical concerns. And then in terms of well-defined norms, again, the easiest one to talk about is thou shalt not kill. I mean, virtually around the world, there is not an okay situation for killing people unless they're trying to kill you, or it's other than self-defense.
This is Dr. David D. Schein for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.